Alrighty, welcome to Your Money Sign, Book 1, Chapter 1. This is now Segment 5. I want to thank you for your patience while, as you can see, new location. So let's dive in here. Oh, there we go. Alright, so if I give you a toolbox filled with hammers and screwdrivers and pliers, what would you build with it? I know, why are we talking about money? But just try to think about it. If I gave you a toolbox, it's got hammers and screwdrivers and pliers, what is it that you would want to build? Because that's what money is. Money is a toolbox filled with tools. Now granted, a $100 bill has more tools in it than a $5 bill. But both are still only useful in the way you choose to use them. A great example is the story of there's different versions of it, but I'll just give you the snippets of it. A high-end, award-winning chef. He's a famously expensive cutlery set, like dozens of knives, all with their own little unique purposes. A local invites him to cook at their house, but the chef complains that he could never make a proper meal with a home kitchen. But the local insists, so the chef agrees to watch a local meal being made that night. They go to the local's house, which is only a little one-room hut. And the cook's like, "Ha, see? Where can one cook? You don't even have a stove." Well, the local points out the back of the hut where a small group is gathered around a 5-year-old boy making a meal for 20 using only a machete. No, there's a profound lesson in that tale. Even if you have little, you can produce greatly. It is so frustrating to me, the number of people who come to me asking for coaching or asking for advice and then turn around and go, "Oh, well, I don't have money. Oh, but I don't have money. Oh, but I don't have money." Like, so what? It doesn't matter about the money. It matters about the effort. It matters about what are you building. It matters about knowing how are you choosing to build whatever it is you're trying to build. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons people aren't talking about with money. Who's teaching us how to produce? We offer labor, sure. We're legally forced into 12 years of learning or longer on how to give our labor for like the next 50 years. Heck, most teenagers know how to apply for a credit card before they even learn how to create an LLC. And if you don't know what an LLC is, it's a limited liability corporation. What that means is it's a little piece of paper made up by an attorney that tells the government, whether it's America as I am here or anywhere you're at, that you are creating a business, a separate entity. If you're struggling with money, if you're feeling like the world was designed to hold you back in life and you are just completely frustrated about what steps to take, I need you to know you're being healthy. You are. Trust me. In a situation where somebody's being manipulated, the one who's making the biggest scene is usually the one who's understanding, wait a minute, something's not right here. Now, I know that there are so many people out there trying to sell you something, pretending to want your best interest, until they realize they aren't going to get your money. I feel very blessed to have been growing up in a time before the internet where you got to put effort into talking to somebody, into knowing what they are. Nowadays, it's sad, but if somebody's talking to you very, very sweet and polite, chances are they're just waiting to give you a sales pitch. Look, it's emotionally draining, and it can leave most people questioning humanity as a whole. But this is to remind you, money is a tool. That's it. Money is a tool. So you get to choose what you are building. So take ownership starting today. It does not matter what choices you had yesterday or even an hour ago. Right now, you're watching this. So in this moment of consciousness, you can take ownership of how you use money. Right now, no more bullshit, no more excuses, right now. And dude, be honest with yourself. You need you to have your own back. You're watching me on a phone or on a computer. I am in your head right now, okay? So you going and making a lie to yourself, man, you just make yourself look a fool. So stop that. Be honest with yourself. You need to have your own back, okay? Now look, each person does have a different toolbox that they're building with, okay? So I need you to truly question yourself. Is your money to impress others? Is that what you think money is? Oh, I have lots of money, so I'm impressing others. Or, ooh, I'm spending lots of money, so I impress others. Or is your money to self-soothe? Is the knowledge that, nope, I don't ever have to rely on anybody, I can pay for everything, it is just for me, I am protected, I am good? Or is it like oh yeah, I'm going to get a massage, I'm going to get these new games, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want? Is it to help you soothe? Is your money just a thing in life that you have never questioned? I am naturally a what the fuck are you doing person, so it blows my mind when I meet people who literally go through life and go, oh, I was told to do it, so I do it. Oh, I was told it happens, so it happens. I was just told. I just let other people decide everything for me. But there are plenty of people who do that. Are you one of them? Now, is money a curse? There are plenty of people that I have met who they absolutely sabotage themselves because every time they start doing something slightly successful, they destroy it all. They're like, oh, it's just a curse. Oh, people are going to be rude. Oh, people are going to use me. Oh, money's a bad thing. I need you to ask yourself, what is the toolbox you're currently using? How do you view money right now? Look, some people like working for others, so they become an employee. Some people like giving their time and efforts according to their own schedule, so they become self-employed. What are you doing? Why have you done it? And don't tell myself, oh, it's a waste of time. Tell yourself, who am I and where am I going financially? Money is just a tool. I know that's simple to understand, okay? But the real challenge is in your financial journey. Well, I said that wrong. What the real challenge is in your financial journey is to decide what you are building and how. Perfect example, real estate. I want to get into real estate. Cool. What kind of real estate? What do you mean? Well, there are plenty of different ways to get into real estate. Oh, well, wholesaling. Okay, cool. There are plenty of different ways to wholesale. How are you going to wholesale? What do you mean? Well, I mean, what is your marketing strategy? Who are you going to talk to? How much do you want to be taking out of it? What are you building? Are you going to be doing word of mouth? Are you going to be doing social media? Are you going to be doing local buildings? Are you only going to be doing out-of-state buildings because you don't want to be known? What are you building and how? It is amazing the number of times somebody is like, I'm going to be a success. And you say, okay, what are you building and how? And they've got no answer. And then they wonder why they're not a success. If you come to me and I am an architect, I make blueprints, I build things, I am actually a producer, and you come to me and say, I want to make a building. All right, what building and how? And you say, I have no clue. How can I even begin to help you? How? How can I even begin to help you? Success is not something that is handed to you. Success is not something that you just go to the mall and buy or go to Amazon and order. This is something you have to design. This is something you have to understand. What are you building? Why are you building it? How are you going to build? Money is not money. Money is a tool. And how can anybody, whether it be a book or a guru or a family member or a friend who desperately wants your success, how can anybody help you out if they have no idea what you are building or how you are building it? And more importantly, how can you build something if you don't know what you're building, if you don't know how you're building it, if you don't know why you are building it? This is so important, people. What are you building and how? I've seen it so many times. People make money, say, I'm going to produce a great song. And they go out and they produce the great song and they perform it great and it's fantastic. And then they have no clue what to do next. So they spend thousands on various promoters. People will take your money hand over fist every single time without ever having to prove results. Just if you want to have people promote you, you pay them on a commission base. You will pay them a percentage of songs that you sell or a percentage of movies that you sell. Do not pay them upfront. That is just Don't do it, okay? How about if you buy a rental property and then you got no plan for when the tenant suddenly leaves, and then you get behind on your mortgage? There's this thing called a vacancy rate, and it amazes me how many people underestimate how quickly people choose to stop paying their rent and how slowly people choose to leave your property, if they even leave it at all. You need to be aware of the next steps. Fire movement. A lot of people maxing out their 401ks. And then they become dumbfounded like 20 years later when they can finally take it out because they don't know what to spend it on. So they're just like, oh, I'm going to now spend it on my grandkids, or I'm going to go on vacation. Like they never had an idea of what they were trying to build for all those years. And so when they finally get a chunk of money, they just spend it. If you don't know how to build, it will collapse on you. Money is just a tool. So making money is not the focus. That's just the means. It's like learning how to make bricks, and you make bricks day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out for 20 years. And then you finally go, I've got all these bricks, and they go, fantastic. Why? I don't know. I was told to make bricks, so I did. Like, please understand, I want what is best for you. I don't want you to want what I want. That's another reason why I don't tell people my personal goals and my personals, because you're not me. I don't want another me. I'm sorry, I'm selfish that way. I'm fucking awesome. I'm good to be me. I want you. I want something different. I want to know, what are you building? How are you going to build it? I want to know, how can you change this world in a way that I can't even see yet? I can't even understand yet. I want to know what you are building. And when you come to me and say, oh, I want to make money. Well, okay, cool, but that's just the means. That's just the bricks for the building. What are you building? I want to know, what are you building? How are you going to build it? Why are you trying to build this? And then we can talk about the means of how money can flow into helping you build. So making money is not the focus. Please get that out of your head. Making more money does not help until you know what you are building, how you are going to build it. Now, please, do not waste years of your life on getting money. That would be like buying all the nails in the entire city, only to discover a year later that you really needed a bungee instead. I mean, I cannot express this enough. I can't. You can read biography after biography after biography, trust me, I have, where in their early stages of a career, they just threw money at stuff. Especially in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, they're the person who says, oh, my face was on a huge billboard. Yeah, I was so awesome. And I had no clients. I had no income. Eventually, I couldn't afford the billboard anymore. Then I had to actually go and hit the streets again. I had to actually focus on my building again. What are you building? Okay, if you are an artist and you make paintings or songs or movies, that's beautiful, that's great, but what are you building? Are you a one-hit wonder? Are you trying to make this a repeatable career? Are you trying to make one project that you just reinforce over and over and over and over again, that it finally becomes a staple? What are you building? And then, how are you going to build that? Is it going to be word of mouth? Are you that person who wants to be in person at as many social events as possible? Are you that person who wants it to be third parties who are promoting your situation? Are you that digital person? You want to be on the radios and everyone knows your voice, or you want to be on the social medias and everyone knows your face? What are you building? How are you going to build that? These are much more important questions than how much money are you trying to make? What are you building? And how are you gonna build that? Now let's take it a step back away from business examples. You've got kids, you've got a marriage, you've got elderly who are, dependent upon you in a couple of years. What are you building? How are you gonna build that? Are you just going to work and save, work and save, work and save? Or are you going to try to build some additional income streams that promote whatever it is you're trying to build? What are you building? How are you going to build that? Just going to your job day in and day out is not building. It's not. You're not building anything by going to your job. You are building something by how you are using that money on payday. So what are you building? You got to know these two things before running the numbers. I don't care how much you want to make. I don't care how much you are currently making. I want to know, what are you building and how are you going to build it? And yes, I will continue to say it time and time again, and I don't give a fuck if it annoys you, because you know what annoys me? People saying they're tired of being miserable, but then not knowing what they're building or how they're going to build it. So, know the things that you need to know. What are you building? How are you building it? Money is the toolbox, not the finished masterpiece of your dreams. What and how are you going to build? You got to know these first. I am not impressed when I talk to these people who tell me how much they've got in their bank account. I'm not impressed. It's just a toolbox. It's like going into someone's garage and you see their toolboxes. I'm not impressed by that. Show me the engine you built. Show me the plane that can now fly because of what you did. Show me the masterpiece. I don't give a shit about your toolbox. And I need you to look at every paycheck, look at every bank account, look at every scrap of money you get, and realize it is just a tool you are setting in your toolbox. It's not your finished masterpiece. I don't care if you hit that benchmark that you've been working for the last 20 years of a certain number. It doesn't matter. That's just a toolbox. What is the masterpiece that you are building? Is it more time with people? Is it producing a product to the marketplace? Is it mastering your time? Is it away from financial or emotional or physical abuse by becoming an independent person? I want to know, what is this masterpiece? What are you building and how are you going to build it? I need you to really process that. I want to thank you for listening through segment 5. This is your money sign, book 1, chapter 1, segment 5. There will be 8 chapters and 16 segments per book. Eventually, when I get them all out, they will be in playlists. And I want to thank you for your time and your commitment here today. If it's a bad audio, we'll find out here shortly, because I've got the new studio and the new location. So yeah, thank you for being with me on this journey. At this point in time, I'm still just trying to get into a routine, and we're trying to get to 100 subscribers so that we can get a unique URL and start helping people find the videos a lot better. People find my personal channel and then wonder why I'm not talking about money. So I just put in these little experts at the end, because when you're starting your project, I want you to see it's not pretty, it's not perfect. Another reason why I never edit my videos is because I'm not human. I am human. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I have things that are scripted and they go wrong, or things that are unscripted and they go right. And I really want to show everybody the genuine efforts it takes to make success, because it's not about the picture perfect photo at the end. It's about the messy win. It's about falling forward. I call it leaning into the upgrade. If you're going to stumble, if you're going to fuck up, at least fuck up forward. Lean into the upgrade. Live, learn, upgrade. Really think about, what is money to you? Why are you even thinking about money? What are you trying to build? How are you going to build it? Drop a comment below. Let me know. Let other people know. Let other people know that it's okay to talk about money as far as a means, a tool to get your dreams out there. It's not some evil thing that controls you. It's a tool that you master. So drop the comments. What do they say? Like and, subscribe. That was the other thing. Like and subscribe and comment. There we go. Got all that busyness out of the way. Y'all have a beautiful day. I appreciate your time.